guys, this is R.A. Sweeney here to talk about another passage from the book Praying with the Gospel Accounts as part of the Praying with the Bible series. Today I wanted to talk about a passage where Jesus is teaching about loving enemies. And I think this is one of the more difficult teachings of Jesus. I mean, the idea of showing love and feeling love towards the people that have wronged us, maybe are continuing to wrong us, the people who, hate us and want to destroy us. I mean, our enemies. To show love to those people and to feel love for those people is like I said, I think it's one of the more difficult teachings. Um, so the thing that I really latched onto with this is the explanation for why. Matthew says that we're supposed to be, the Greek word is teleos, because God is teleos, and so it gets translated as perfect or complete or a few different things like that. But the word means to like reach the intended end. So it's finished. It's gotten to what it's supposed to be. I think of for me, I always think of like caterpillars and butterflies. You've got the egg, you've got the caterpillar, you've got the cocoon, and then you've got the butterfly. And the butterfly is the finished product. It is teleos. It doesn't go any further. That's what all of it was leading up to. And so that's what we're told to be here. And we love our enemies so that we can be that. Which is a little strange in a lot of ways to think, like, how does loving my enemies make me that? Um, but it's also a word that obviously the Hebrew Bible wasn't written in Greek, but it's the same idea of what happened on the seventh day of creation. God stops because it's reached the goal. Like, we're there, we're done, there's nothing left to do. And so in the way that God is that, he's the perfected, the complete, nothing needs done. In the way that he created creation to be that way, we're being invited to be that way as well. So essentially it's, you're supposed to be like the seventh day when everything's perfect, because that's how God is. In order to do that, we're loving our enemies. And then when you start to think about, okay, how are we not already that seventh day sort of standard? And it's the disunity. I mean, God spent 6 days bringing unity and harmony and beauty and life to creation. And then in Genesis 3, all that falls apart because people are at odds with each other and there's division. And then the consequences of that is more division. And so all that unity starts to fall apart. And so when we have enemies, it's that same sort of disunity. It's that same separation and the desire to bring people down or to destroy or whatever the case may be. But our prayers, when we're loving our enemies, when we show love to the person who doesn't love us, we are seeking that reconciliation. We're trying to bring things back to that original picture. And so that's really kind of where I focused with this, the idea of loving my enemies, praying for them so that we might come back into that perfect unity that was God's plan all along. We're certainly welcome to hate our enemies if we want to, but that's not in keeping with God's kingdom. And so if we want to hate our enemies, we're not building that kingdom, and we don't get to enjoy all the blessings of it. And so really this was all about showing that love so that we can be a part of that kingdom that we're desiring after. Thanks, guys. Hope that was helpful.